The activity page is where you can create and manage your organisation's DPIAs. An activity within the ISG is defined as a project, process or system, including software and hardware. The activity is designed to keep all relevant DPIAs within it. To view the DPIAs within an activity, expand it using the arrow on the left-hand side. You can search your activities using the search bar at the top of the list. To export your activity list to Excel, click the three dots in the far right and click Export All Data to Excel. To edit the columns in your list, click the three dots in the far right and click Column Chooser. You can then drag a column into the box to hide it and drag it back to make it visible again. You can download a PDF of a DPIA by clicking the PDF icon in the Tools column. To edit an activity or DPIA, click the pencil icon next to the item you wish to edit. To archive an activity or DPIA, click the Archive button in the Tools column. To view archived items, tick the Include Archived box. From here, you can restore any items using the Restore button in the Tools column. All users can create activities, apart from those with the Viewer role. To create an activity, click Add Activity at the bottom of the page. Complete the activity details. You can fill in as much or as little as you want. The only mandatory field is the activity name. You also have the option to link an asset from your inventory, and the data from this asset will be pulled through to your DPIA. You can come back to edit the activity as long as it remains unlocked. The activity will lock when a DPIA underneath the activity has been approved or finalised. When you are ready, click the Save button. To create a DPIA, first expand the activity you would like the DPIA to sit under. Then click Create DPIA. This pop-up box will appear. Enter a name for your DPIA. Then click Create DPIA. Your DPIA has now been created, and you are taken to the first tab of the DPIA, Screening. The screening feature will help you to determine and evidence whether you need to complete a full DPIA. You must complete the screening before you can continue to the full DPIA template. As you complete the questionnaire, you will notice a screening outcome at the bottom of the page change depending on your answers. Not required, recommended, or essential. Even with a not required outcome, you are still free to complete a DPIA if you wish. Please note that once a screening has been submitted, you cannot edit the answers. If the screening is wrong or has been submitted by mistake, you will need to create a new DPIA. When you are happy with your answers, click Submit Screening. Click Yes to start the DPIA now, or No to come back to it later. The DPIA tab is where you enter your information sharing data. Before looking at the DPIA tab, we will go to the Contacts tab, as this is where you can add contributors who can collaborate with you on the DPIA. For example, once a contributor is added here, you can then assign a question to them in the DPIA tab. To add an organisation, you can use the Quick Add or the Lookup button. The Quick Add list contains organisations you regularly share with. Select the organisation and click Add Organisation. If the organisation does not appear in the Quick Add list, click the Lookup button to search by organisation name or ICO registration number. First, you will see results from the information sharing gateway. If the organisation you are sharing with is here, select it from this list. Secondly, you will see results from the ICO register. If the organisation doesn't appear in the ISG results, select it from this list. If you are certain the organisation doesn't appear in either list, you can manually enter the organisation details. If you add an organisation from the ICO register results, or manually add an organisation, if they later sign up to the ISG using the ICO registration number you entered, they will automatically have access to the DPIA. In this case, I will select my desired organisation from the ISG results. Then select Roles and click Confirm. You can view more information about an organisation by clicking the pencil icon next to their name. Here, you can also change the organisation's role by using the tick boxes, then clicking Save. To add or view comments relating to an organisation, click the speech bubble in the Comments column. To remove an organisation from the DPIA, click the bin icon. Once you have added an organisation to your DPIA, you can then add individual users from that organisation as contributors. To add a contributor, click Add Contributor, and a list of users from the added organisations will be shown. Select which users you wish to add, then click OK. The contributor will receive an email notification. To add or view comments relating to a contributor, click the speech bubble in the Comments column. To remove a contributor from the DPIA, click the bin icon. Now that we have added some contributors, we will go back to the DPIA tab. The DPIA tab is where you enter your information sharing data. The answers you provide here will also impact the generated risk assessment. This tab is split into two sections: Detail the processing activity and Necessity and Proportionality. You can expand the question sets by clicking the arrows on the left-hand side. No questions are mandatory. You can complete as much or as little as your DPIA requires. Next to each question are three icons: Add a task, add a risk, and add a document. Add a task allows you to link the question to a task which you can then assign to a contributor. Select a contributor, set a review date, and enter any additional comments in the description box. Then click Assign Task. The contributor will receive an email notification and item in their in tray. To add a risk, click the Add Risk button next to the question the risk applies to. Fill in the information in the pop-up box. Then click Add Risk. Your risk will now appear in the Risk Assessment tab. To upload a document, click the Add Document button next to the relevant question. Click Browse or drag and drop your documents here. Then click Upload All. The document will then be sent to the Files Pending Save section. When you save the DPIA tab, these files will also be saved and will appear in the Additional Documents tab. You can save your DPIA tab at any time by clicking the Save button at the bottom of the page. As we have seen, tasks can be assigned to contributors via the DPIA tab. You can also assign tasks in the Tasks tab. To do this, click Add Task. You can link a question if you like, or leave it blank. Select a contributor, set a review date, and enter any additional comments in the description box. Then click Assign Task. The contributor will receive an email notification and an item in their in-tray. If you have been assigned a task, click the Review button next to the item in your in-tray. You will then be taken to the Tasks tab in the relevant DPIA. All tasks assigned to you will be marked with a red flag. Click on the pencil icon to view the details of the task. You can close this pop-up and come back to it at any time. Once you are ready to mark the task as complete, enter any comments, then click Save and Close Task. You can keep track of all tasks with the status bar at the top of the tab. This will turn green when all outstanding tasks have been completed. Your DPIA risks are recorded in the Risk Assessment tab. With a system-generated risk assessment, the ISG will use the responses provided in the DPIA to generate a pre-populated risk assessment, which you are then able to edit. Click the Generate button to generate a risk assessment. If your answers in the DPIA tab change at any point, you can update the risk assessment by clicking Refresh Risk Assessment. To add your own risk, click the Add Risk button. Complete the Add Risk form, then click Save. System-generated risks are marked with the cog icon, and user-added risks are marked with the person icon. To manage a risk, click the pencil icon next to the risk you wish to update. The risk will expand and allow you to select an action, add an action description, and select a final rating. Once completed, click the Save button. To remove a risk from your risk assessment, click the bin icon next to the risk in question. The Additional Documents tab is where you can view and manage any uploaded documents. Any documents you have already added in the DPIA tab will be stored here. To add a document, click Add Additional Documents. Click Browse or drag and drop your documents here. Then click Upload. Once the documents have moved into the Files Pending Save section, click Save. Most file types can be uploaded, but the file size limit is 5 MB. Contributors can now download a copy of the document by clicking the file name. You can add and view document comments by clicking the speech bubble in the Comments column. To delete a document, click the bin icon and confirm deletion. The Approval tab allows you to add an executive summary and request approval from contributors. Before you request approval, it is recommended the executive summary is completed, as this information is included in the email notification sent to the reviewer. To add your executive summary, click the text box, enter your text, then click Save Summary. You can edit and save the summary as much as you need to before you send the DPIA for approval. Once sent for approval, the DPIA becomes locked. When you are ready to send your DPIA for approval, click Request Approval. A list of all organisations added to the DPIA will appear. Expand these organisations to see the individual contributors. Select the users you wish to send the approval request to, set a review date, then click OK to confirm. The user will then receive an email notification and an item will appear in their in tray. To action the request, click the review button and you'll be taken to the DPIA you have been asked to review. Review the DPIA, then when you are ready to approve or reject the DPIA, go to the Approval tab. Click the review button next to your name. Add any comments, then click Approve or Reject. The author will receive an email notification informing them of the outcome. The outcome will also be displayed in the Outcome column. You can view a contributor's comments by clicking the magnifying glass icon next to their name. In the event your DPIA has been rejected, the DPIA will be unlocked, allowing you to make any necessary edits. You can then re-request a review by clicking the flag icon. To resend an email reminder, click the envelope icon next to the date requested. Once you are happy with your DPIA and at least one approval has been received, you can finalise your DPIA by clicking the Finalise button. Once finalised, the DPIA and related activity will be locked for editing, and there will be no way to make any further changes. Please ensure you are ready to finalise before clicking Yes. To keep editing your DPIA, click No. Once a DPIA has been finalised, you have the option to create a linked data sharing agreement. To do this, click the Create DSA button. The information will be pulled through from the DPIA to a data sharing summary, which you can then edit and save. For more information on data sharing summaries and data flows, please see the other videos on our channel. For more information, please click the link in the video description to visit our knowledge base or contact the ISG Central Admin team.